What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Today, a fun matchup in store between the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Logan Brooke to kick off for the Jaguars.
Ball teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And we're off from Jacksonville. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Edwards. They'll have him gain up about a handful there. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. As for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical, and that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Edwards on the shotgun handoff. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
1st down, Williams. Line quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
Williams from the gun. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
3rd down, here's Williams. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. And the Jaguars force the turnover on the first series of this game.
The Jaguars take over 1st and
In case they hadn't paid attention in the narrative this week, Brock, let that be their final reminder. This is the league's #1 defense they're facing this time.
Yeah, these guys got to the stadium early. You're number one. You're playing with confidence. You're playing with juice. And you're playing to take the ball away.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Who's carrying now? This is Bashal Tu'u. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Ravon Dexter escorted him to the ground.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Red on red. Hey, tomato.
2nd down here for Tu'u. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stopped by Grady Jarrett.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hey, lion.
On 3rd down, here's Tu'u. He dodged the tackle. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars parlay the interception into points.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
to kick off for the Jaguars.
On now is Cook to kick this away. This will end up as a touchback.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. And he put everything he's got behind it. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
2nd and 10 now. Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He's looking for Colston Loveland. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. 3rd and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Chicago first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chicago.
Here's Williams again. Buying some time right. Now he takes it. Williams hitting that ball's out. And it looks like the Jaguars got to it. If there was a metaphorical panic button over there right now, partner, I feel like this would be the time to press it.
And you know me, I take the elevator right down to the field and press it now.
And this defense, man, they have seized on the opportunity that's been presented to them early.
And here's what happens with defenses. Once they feel an offense is loose with the ball, this poor ball security, they're going to be ripping and clawing and tearing for it all game long.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Incomplete.
Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Lisa 24. 13, Luke.
Lawrence working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Hey, Lion. Hey, son. Let's go.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas. Angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back still doing it to this day.
23.
Lawrence in the pistol. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Hey, Ginger. Here we go.
Back to the air, Lawrence. Near the goal line. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pull out in front further, 13-zip. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Little tax on the extra point. And the Jaguars drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
14. There's nothing. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Now Williams. He set up the screen here to Swift. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Getting out to his left. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And that will not be enough for a first down.
As soon as he starts to escape, Kate, you can almost see that gunslinger mentality come to life. It takes really perfect defense to hold up and keep him from finding something. He'll get that first time. He couldn't do it right there.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
47-yard line.
Play action. Here's Williams. Broken out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be second down. Swift gets it on the option. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Goes to the hurry up here. Williams to throw on third. Chased out to his right. He's got his man. This is Walker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
And the Bears first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bears.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll get you back to Jacksonville right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Running behind center with Edwards. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Chicago first down.
At the 12-yard line.
Running with Swift out of the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here.
5 yards on the play. And it's
From the gun on third, it's Williams. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Hey, run! Turn! Sink right!
On the give, it's Tootin. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
At the 20-yard line.
Hey! 11 against. Silver.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Intended for Brian
That play
Thomas
right there,
Jr.
Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
30 left. Hey, go. Hey, Ginger, tight. Settle.
Here he goes, third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to fourth down.
A loss of 10 yards brings up fourth down.
Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. This is going to be a 46-yarder.
A 46-yard attempt.
Little knocks it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Has him on a quick hitter. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chicago.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got some air under this one, deep down the middle. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And now they face second down.
It's second down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Has it in close. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Goes to the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 8.
Running for the first with Edwards. They get there to take him down right around the 41. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Williams on first down. Connects downfield, on target to Burton. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
4 yards.
It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. He rolls to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
And he's able to get this down to the 13. We've hit the 2-minute warning. The Bears trailing in the early going. Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Quick pass right side, complete. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, Chicago.
Williams from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. But they just can't finish the play.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And he won't challenge for the goal line to stop Nate at the 4. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
What is going on? Williams will look to throw. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears make it a 1-score game before halftime. DJ Moore, the touchdown. Badgley with the extra point. And the Bears cut it to a field goal game.
17. Bears 14.
Ollie set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's caught by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Offense up to the line pass.
16 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Offense in the hurry up here.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
30 left. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Jaguars first down.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, attention, touch. Red.
Again, it's Lawrence to throw. Back to Neighbors, and he's got it. And he will not score, but that does set him up front with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Hey, here we go, man.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First down. First down and goal to go.
Silver.
And he spiked it just in time, so now we'd expect to see their kicker trot out for a try just before we reach halftime. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Little knocks it through, and that'll double their lead to 6. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Now Lawrence on the play fake. He gets this one to Strange. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Sink right open. Sink right.
Tootin gets it from the gun. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Pickup of 2 here. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Lawrence working from the gun. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. He has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down.
13, Luke. Luke. Hey, big 13 heavy. 13, Luke. Luke.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's trying to push the field. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Both Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And now it's third and short.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kay. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Hand off to 2. He'll get them enough for a first down.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. You're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie. You can't get 1 yard for a first, they start holding auditions for someone who can.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offensive line fast.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Here we go.
Now it's Lawrence. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked by T.J. Edwards. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. And the shotgun to give to Swift. And they are going to have to face a third down here, but only need a yard at most as this play kicks up 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up third.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Just about a yard to the markers, and they're going to take the risk and go for this. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You call that play in a huddle as a quarterback, you break the huddle, and you can almost feel it right from the jump. You get that surge at the point of attack on 4th and short. They did, and then some to move those chains.
First down throw by Williams. Throws caught. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Second and 3 now. Here's Williams. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First down, Williams to throw. Forced out to his right. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Williams thrown again here on second down. Hits his running back. He pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Looking quickly here.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there, and some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary Well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Williams off the play fake. Headed out right. He takes it himself. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
3rd and 2, Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Badgley for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears take the lead on that successful kick.
Jaguars 20. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Rip, 23.
Off the play action, it's Lawrence. He throws a bullet to the center of the field, into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. That is Kyler Gordon. And the Bears will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
By the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 22.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Williams. Throw right side hauled in by Komet. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here's a give inside to Edwards. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
That's good.
And looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. It's Bears football to begin the 4th as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Williams. Completed to his running back. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears parlay the interception into points. Point after converted from Badgley. And the Bears grow their lead to 8.
28. Jaguars 20. Cairo Santos to kick off for
Santos
Chicago.
has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
1st and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. They go play action. Lawrence. Cut by the open man. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Hey, easy. Ralph.
1st and goal. Here's Tootin. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Jaguars down by only 2 in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Lawrence is going to try and throw. And he gets into the end zone. This one all tied up here in the fourth quarter. Well, we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for two in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
No, go ahead, though. Take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
At their own 29-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Now here's Williams. It's a screen play to Edwards. He's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
It is caught at the 20. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a 4th quarter lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, run! Hey, tomato! Done!
Out of the gun, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's a screen for Tootin. Escapes the defender. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
That's another Jaguars 1st down.
Hey.
1st and 10.
Back to the air, Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
There's no negatives ever on a great shoot for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Red on the red.
Zick into the air with Lawrence. Hauled in by Gunner, left side. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Working quickly here.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. First and goal.
Lawrence now off the play action. And he's got it. It's in close. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars now trail by just a point in the 4th. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th.
35-35. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Trying it left side with Edwards. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Williams from the gun. On the move, headed right. He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. This play goes for 36. And that's a Chicago first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Bears first down.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll go from the gun with Edwards. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They're going to run here. Kyle Monunga. And he's going to be stopped after a pickup of 9, and that's going to make it 1st and goal. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Edwards can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run, well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead. So the Bears take this one on the road. And with overtime in